Why play Kindred's Jungle? Well, she is strong early game and scales well. She brings a good amount of mobility. She has the ability to snowball games hard. And she's incredibly satisfying to master, being able to carry many games. However, she is squishy, especially without her ultimate. And if she falls behind, it's a real struggle. Kindred's passive is all about securing marks. She can do this by marking a champion in the bar just above her items. If Kindred gets a takedown against that target, she gains a mark. Additionally, a jungle monster will sporadically get marked, and defeating it will give them a mark. When they receive a mark, the same target cannot be hunted again for 4 minutes. Each mark firstly buffs Kindred's basic abilities, which we'll go over with each ability, but also after securing 4 of these, it grants Kindred 75 permanent attack range, and they gain 25 additional attack range after this for each 3 marks secured. Kindred's Q is a small dash, which makes her fire an arrow at up to 3 targets and grants 25% attack speed. If this is used inside her W, the cooldown is greatly reduced. In addition, for each mark obtained, the attack speed buff is increased by a further 5%. Kindred's W firstly has a passive where as they move they gain stacks, and at 100 stacks their next attack restores health. The active creates a zone in which Wolf will attack enemies, which deals damage plus does percentage health damage. For each mark obtained, this percentage health damage is increased. Kindred's E is a point and click ability which slows a champion by 50% for 1 second. It also targets the champion, and hitting a third attack on that target will deal a large chunk of additional damage plus execute damage, and this additional damage can critically strike. Each mark obtained increases this execute damage. Kindred's ultimate creates a circle around her, in which nothing can go below 10% health, including enemies and neutrals. This lasts for 4 seconds, and at the end of this, all units, including enemies and neutrals, receive a heal. For combos, you want to use W to create the zone that you want to fight in, before marking your target with E and then using auto attacks and your Q to stick onto the target and burn them down. For Masteries, take this. She makes incredible use out of the single target damage of PTA. For build order, start Red Knife refillable before getting Kraken Slayer, Tier 2 boots, and a Collector. After this, an Infedge and RFC are great pickups, followed by any of these as you need. For skill order, start W then Q then E before maxing Q then W then E, taking ult whenever you can. For summoner spells, take Flash and Smite. Starting the game, you're looking to do a full clear into taking Scuttle Crab. Kindred's first mark will always spawn on one of these Scuttle Crabs, and chasing these marks is going to be a priority to hit those 4 marks as soon as possible. And a full clear of your jungle is the easiest way to be at your strongest in case of a fight. After taking Scuttle, you can look to gank, and of course, always consider the 3 main points of what CC does my team have, what escapes does the enemy have, and where is the lane push to. When ganking, your slow is a very good tool. However, having red buff on you as a ranged champion is also incredibly effective. You want to get your W down, apply your E, and then dash in to get your 3 attacks off, using multiple Qs while inside your W to stick onto them, dealing tons of damage. And of course, before you gank, make sure to mark an enemy champion using the tooltip above your items, so when you get a takedown, you are gifted with that mark. Entering late game teamfights, you want to play the role of the backline ADC. Put out a ton of damage into their front line with your Kraken Slayer, using your Q to dodge everything and keep yourself safe. With your ultimate, save it until you can save yourself or another carry. This is usually more valuable than saving a tank and allows you and your carry to put out tons of damage, winning the fight.